I know the webcam looks way better. That is the problem. However, I have literally just plugged this in for the first time. So we're going to try to figure out how to make it look better. First of all, like it seems to have fixed focus on the wall. So getting it sharper should be easier. Getting the HUD not to display and getting the frame rate up, that could be challenging. Why a new camera? Because I figured it would be higher quality than the webcam. Maybe it won't be, but that was the idea. So, but yeah, right now the webcam is like really good and the actual cam is not good. Let me see. Let's try to focus it. Can I? Oh, okay, that's zoom. Let's get it about the same. Wow, that's bad, man. All right. So I need to go try to figure out if there's an output setting to get it not to output the frickin' HUD. Now, of course, the problem is because it's the year 2020 and this is a highly awesome piece of equipment, I cannot actually see the HUD on the camera and on the HDMI output. So like I have to unplug it to try to set these things. Oh my God, this is such a piece of shit, dude. I don't even know what to do with this. Why is everything so bad? Like I can't even, I have to unscrew it from the mount if I want to hold it in my hand because it's just like on a thing. I guess I'm gonna try to turn this monitor this way. What camera? It's a Sony Alpha 7 III. All right. So I'm going to turn that monitor over here and then I'm going to get my glasses so I can see the monitor from where the camera is. I literally do not see anything that's going to help me with this. How was Vegas? It was nice. Tri-status, no milk. Still. Like, dude, I have no idea what to do about this. Literally none. I just want a high quality video output out of the camera. And I'm going to have to go to camera college in order to make this happen. Like, I don't even know. So right now I'm using an HDMI capture card. Like, it ought to just be able to send the data over USB like a webcam, right? I'm talking about the noise or res. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about the fact that there's a fucking HUD on the screen when I'm trying to video output. Go to the play button. If I can even figure out where that is. Like, I don't want any of this. I want to see this on the camera, and I want just a video feed going out. Like, who designs this? Who designs this? And they're fired. They're so fired. Like, what am I supposed to do? Hundreds of dollars of camera. I forget how much this was, but I'm pretty sure it was more than $1,000 altogether. It's a Sony Alpha 7 III that I bought in January. I'm ready to throw it out the window already. Is the iconography a joke? Yes, I mean, it's fine. So all these icons and stuff, I vaguely remember from last time I used a digital camera like 12 years ago. So like, if you use cameras all the time, you know what all these things mean, and it's fine. But like, if you just want to stream, if you just spent $1,000 to upgrade the video quality of your stream and just want a good picture, forget it. You have to go to camera college. Do I have a capture card? Yes. Yes, I am using an Elgato Camlink 4K. Treat it like a puzzle game. No, I like to play good puzzle games. I mean, look how, like, first of all, what do we do about this frame rate? Even before we try to get rid of the HUD. And then, like, how am I going to use the camera once I get rid of the HUD? How to connect A7S to external monitor. Oh, great. It's a YouTube. Nobody ever writes a document that you can read anymore. All right, let's see what this YouTube video says. I don't want to watch your flying logo. Great. Micro HDMI. Yes, I have that. This is not, this is just, okay. Go to settings on last menu group. Like this could have been like an 8-sentence web page. Okay, cool. Now the problem I'm going to have is that is actually for a different camera than this is, so the menus are different. But we're going to see if we can figure it out anyway. The menus are way different. What that said. So literally what this is right now is 33 pages of potential menu items that I'm flipping through, apparently. It only works until you press record. Well, it's a different camera, so we'll try it, but yeah. Okay, I don't even know what that did. Okay, that is step one. The frame rate is still garbage. I don't know. So now I get to have the fun of, I don't know if the frame rate is garbage because the camera is rolling slow for some reason, or whether it's garbage because my capture card is not in a fast enough like USB port. Like, I don't actually know. So like you're supposed to know what all these ISO numbers mean for shutter speed, and I don't know any of that stuff. Let's see what happens when I press the record button. Well, I am recording, I guess, to the internal card thing, and it's still slow. So. So I'm inclined to think that it's the capture card because the actual video that's displaying on the back of the camera is quite fast. So next, I think, is there like a stupid downloadable software for that capture card? Elgato Camlink 4K download. Supported software. Okay, let's see what resolution OBS is trying to get from the camera. Properties. It says 1920 by 1080 at 60 FPS, but that is not what we're getting. So that's a bummer. Yeah. I mean, it could just be it's in a slow USB port on the front. Uh-oh. Did I close? No. You had to be in video mode, then make sure the record mode is 60 FPS. Yes, if I knew, like, there's just a bunch of cryptic settings all on the frickin' camera, you know, and not PAL. See, it has the video mode has a P and an M, and it says 60p, 50M, and I don't know what the hell the M means. I think the P means frames per second. If I plug something else in the capture card, I can see whether it's the camera or not. Maybe, but maybe if I plug something else in the capture card, will change the resolution it's trying to capture at. 50M maybe, yeah. Like the numbers under P are all frame rate kind of numbers, and the numbers under M are like 50, 25, 100 megabits. I see. All right, let's try the USB port. Let's try switching that and hope OBS doesn't crash on me. How do I know what's the fast USB port on the computer? How are those marked these days? By the way, this is very dangerous because I could easily just bump the power cable and shut the whole computer down accidentally. So if the stream dies, we'll bring it back up. They should be blue or say 3.0. Aren't they like red sometimes? Or like orange or whatever, if you've got a real gamer PC? If it says SS, is that like fast USB or is that like German? Like, what does that mean? Super speed. All right. I could use some super speed. All right. Let's see if we can pick it up. Oh, hey, we've got frame rate. Look at that frame rate. It's very smooth. The colors are, I'm not so sure about the colors. So now let's try to zoom it or something. That's better, right? I mean, so I don't know how it looks on Twitch, but on OBS, now my webcam looks like it has a slow frame rate and the other one looks fast. Just the colors are all kind of green. Need my white balancing gray card. Well, yeah, maybe that's the deal. I mean, it doesn't look that much better, honestly, so far. So I'm not sure it's worth it, but we'll keep going. Focus is whack. Yeah, maybe. I can turn on autofocus. I think it's not on autofocus, but I'm not sure. Like where is the focus on these? It's on the camera lens, right? It's like this thing, right? I mean, that looks kind of more focused, right? That looks maybe too focused. Now you can see all my little freckles and sunspots and things. Colors look cyberpunk. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about those. Yeah, I mean, it should. So on this monitor where the webcam is mounted here, that you can actually see from behind, it is kind of a blue image. It's like one of the stock Windows images. Look, see that? That's pretty accurately what the color is that's shining on my face, but it looks greener coming from the camera, the nice camera. So sometimes I got to turn autofocus off on the lens itself. Great. Oh yeah, I remember that. Let me see. I don't see anything in the lens. There's an autofocus on button on the camera, but it literally just says autofocus on and not toggle. So I don't know how to turn autofocus off. They've decided to make that require a bachelor's degree. So, I don't know. Reacting to LSF when? I probably would have to at least know what that stands for before I could react to it. Oh my God, LSF. Oh my God. All right. So camera on right looks better. Yeah, that's the theory, is it's a higher quality camera. We haven't really got it set up yet. This is the best that we've gotten it so far. All right, so what, it's so weird how the focus is so different between that and the webcam. I guess the webcam, I don't know. So it's out of focus again. Great. Turn the ISO down so it exposes more. How do I do that? ISO up. I don't remember what the ISOs mean. How do I do that? So it says it's on auto with minimum 160 and maximum 12,800. So should I turn up the minimum? Like, Well, it's apparently still doing autofocus and face detection. That didn't seem to change the colors at all. Open aperture as wide as it goes. Reduce ISO. I see people are telling me opposite things. You guys can't be telling me opposite things. Some people are saying up, some people are saying down. You like the color on the right better? I mean, it's definitely like less pale. Like it's picking up the actual colors more. It's really not, I can't say I like what the autofocus is doing, though. Which picture is the new camera? The one on the right. Okay, I'm going to try turning ISO down because I tried up, like people said, and it was not good. Doesn't have light shining into the camera. Well, I mean that, like just to see how the exposure settings are, like that is the light behind the painting for this guy. It's a pretty dim light. And this guy, like that looks better. Like the webcam is just saturating, right? And the camera is not. The camera has enough dynamic range. It's just, we need to gamma it up. Guys, it's getting darker as I turn ISO down, so whoever said turn ISO down loses the internet. All right. Okay. After some very basic settings, it's not affecting the brightness at all. So I think I have to adjust exposure separately. Like I think when I turn the ISO down really far, it's like saturating one way or the other, and it can't actually control the exposure, but I don't have a fill light on my face. Well, I know that, but I want the scene overall to get brighter. You know what I'm saying? Probably the default lens. No, this is, well, I don't know. I don't remember what I bought. I can read all the numbers to you guys off the lens. Okay, that's me turning up the exposure a bit, which I found. It's still a very shiny, like I'm not sure if this monitor glow is a good thing to have, honestly. You know? It's focused past my face. Well, hello camera. No, it's not. It's focusing on me when it does. How's the old camera so good at ignoring the glow? I imagine that they actually filter for that intentionally. Because it's like a webcam. Like it's a webcam made for people who are sitting in front of a computer, right? So they probably do like a post filter on it to remove camera glow, which in this case they don't do. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this, because maybe for streaming this isn't good, or maybe this is just my key light. Like maybe I need to make it, like what if I just make it, take a web page that's pretty, there we go. I can use this monitor to control my lighting. Right? Right? I need to manage white balance. Actually, I mean, if I look around at the room around me, the color of the room looks more like the image on the right than the one on the left. I would say the image on the right is more accurate to what I see. Like this painting is pretty yellow. It doesn't really get white. It's yellow. Although it's, yeah, I mean, and the walls are not really that white looking. They're kind of yellowy with all the light going on. So this is more faithful to the actual colors in the room. Increase the lens aperture to max. How do I increase the lens aperture? Like, is that one of the ways that you rotate the lens? I may have a fixed aperture lens. Here's what I'll do. I'll unplug the lens from the camera for a minute, and hopefully the camera doesn't freak out, and I'll show you the lens on the webcam. If I can even remember how to detach this, I put it on like months ago. Okay, I don't have a cap for the lens that's the right size. It's in the bag. But so I've got this honking thing. Here's the numbers that are on it. I don't know what any of these mean. Probably can't read them because of focus. Anyway. So it's got this, which I guess is like focus distance. Or no, this is like zoom, right? And then I guess this outer ring is focus, and those appear to be the only two controls that I have. That's a pretty slow lens. You want 3.5 at 28. I don't know what any of that means, 3.5 at 28. Go down to 3.5 what? Would I find that on the camera menu then if it's not on the lens? Because I need 3.5 monitors. Well, now for some reason, I guess because I messed with it. Like, uh-oh. Testing. Okay. Well, I mean, it's only the year 2020, guys. What, you can't expect these things to work. The other thing I have is like, I have this camera on this massive tripod, and it's really inconvenient, and it means it has to be like way back past the webcam. I'm going to try to get the two views a little closer together here as well. Like, I mean, that image looks pretty good. If I just control it a little better, it looks way better than my other camera. Get a bendable hand tripod. Okay, I don't know what that is, but should have an auto mode. Yeah, it's got various auto modes, and I don't know what is being autoed and what isn't being autoed, honestly. Oh, that looks cool. I mean, the problem is that's a pretty short tripod. Like I kind of want, I don't know. If you remove the webcam so it's not in the shot, this is perfect. Yeah, I mean, the thing about the webcam is, let me at least, the thing is, I might be doing something tomorrow where I want to record and, well, I guess I can just do it off the new camera. Yeah, I mean, the weird thing is the angle of the new camera is very high right now. Like the angle from the webcam on the left is fine. The angle on the right is like you're looking really down into the room. And so to fix that, I mean, it's really hard to do with this tripod. So new camera needs higher f-stop. What does that mean? Running the camera off battery AC adapter. It is plugged in. No, I mean, I can bring the tripod down shorter. It's just then I'm really worried about it being behind the webcam, but I guess I'll try. I mean, it's a high-end tripod. It's like got this crank on it that's all good and stuff. So I can like level it out a bit. Right? This is better, but it's like still kind of looking down at me. There's something about the angle on this camera that makes the looking down more exaggerated. You want looking like across, you know? I mean, maybe I just have to put it in front of the monitor somehow. I don't know. Camera will have a screw mount on the bottom that should be compatible with the Vive Lighthouse mounts. Yeah, I mean, I'm using the screw mount right now on these tripods. I didn't think about attaching it to the Lighthouse mounts though, because I usually think of those as pieces of shit, but I guess I could try that. Right, so here's one of the Lighthouse mounts. So like I could screw the camera in and then like, I don't know, tape this to something. That doesn't give me a lot of control is the problem. I really am going to have to replace this microphone or the cable or whatever is going wrong because that gets annoying. It gets annoying. You must be new here. That happens all the time on this stream. Okay. I honestly don't know what to do. Like my biggest problem with this camera right now, like the color, I'm sure I could adjust. The saturation I could adjust. It does look better than the webcam, which I'm surprised because I felt like at the start of the stream, I felt like the webcam looked pretty good, but now it certainly doesn't. So the problem is I need to be able to adjust it more conveniently. There is a camera store within walking distance of me that I could go to tomorrow. I don't know if they're all quarantined or what. I do want to move the desk around a little bit and have a better background as well. So that might affect the lighting situation. It stretches me horizontally a little compared to webcam. I mean, that's just probably, you know, field of view. Like it's just more zoomed out at a wider angle. Like you're also seeing, like the webcam is like on 4:3, which I can turn the camera to 4:3 if I want. You see me 99% of the time in a postage stamp window. Yeah, but if I do like talks from home or whatever, because I'm not going to be going to conferences anytime soon, like the discussion we're going to do Thursday, you kind of want good quality image. And this looks good to me. Like, I mean, I don't look good, but the quality of the image looks good. So, like compared to, let's toggle so you guys can really see the difference here. Like, okay, between this is a better angle, right? I need to fix the angle, but between this and that, it's a huge difference, at least on my end. I don't know, by the time it gets compressed and the frame rate goes down, you know, it just looks way better, right? So, like, look at that. This looks like some 1997 stuff, and this actually looks good. It's just, it's up too high, and I'm going to have to change all sorts of things to fix that, which annoys me, but we can do it. A lot of it is just the framing. If I crop, well, I can definitely output 4:3. Or we can just crop, you know, in OBS or something, either way. Sneak it between monitors. Maybe, I mean, my table is up against the wall, so I would have to like move literally everything to do that, but we might do that tomorrow. Because I do want to have more of a plain background behind me that I can mess with, as opposed to like random books and a window and all these things. You send you a pic of how you mount the camera. Yeah, that'll be useful. I could use some ideas about how to do this. Very blurry, the webcam can't unsee it. Yeah, I mean, some of that might be autofocus, but like it's supposedly focusing. It's just blah, right? This is not very lively compared to this. It's like a real camera versus a webcam, you know? So I just got to fix this. Going green screen, probably not. But I do, just having this very messy background. Like some days if I forget to close the window and it's sunny out, then, you know, it's blown out in the background for no good reason. And check Discord. Okay, so you have it duct taped to the back of your monitor or something at like just the right height that it sticks over. It's not duct tape, it's just bent the legs to grip. Okay. I see. And like, do you not feel the need to adjust it very much? Like if I'm that close, like that would put me about this close to the camera. I guess that would be okay, right? It's like, eh. Could just try zooming the camera in. Yeah, I did that. It's still, we could do that again. It's still just a little bit weird because the angle, I mean, this is obviously better than the zoom out for like presentation, but the angle is just a little weird, right? Like we want it coming a little more across, which we'll be able to do. So now that this is working-ish, I would feel okay unplugging the webcam and using this as the default next time. I feel like the audio is a little bit desynced, but that's not too surprising. I don't know. I don't know how much latency it's coming out with as well. It doesn't seem desynced? Okay. Probably 20 milliseconds. Yeah, maybe we can tweak that later on, like next time. Delay. Let's do the clap. Right? Slight delay. Is the audio early or is the audio late? The audio is late. Some people say late, some people say in sync. So let me, wait, the audio is late and not early? That's the opposite of what I would expect. How do I, maybe I have latency turned up for the webcam. No, I don't. Some people say early, some people, see, I can't ever trust this. Some people say early, some people say late. Some people say it's in sync. Like, I literally can't. I'm just going to have to record and judge for myself. I just clapped. Were you not here when I clapped? Look. Audio is definitely early. And someone else saying it's definitely delayed. So the problem is, you know, can you actually trust Twitch? Like some people may be getting the audio with a different amount of timing, right? I just can't believe anybody. Everybody has a different opinion about what's going on. What your camera looks like from that angle. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good setup. So I will go to my local camera store tomorrow if they're open and try to figure it out. I mean, I can, if all else fails, I can duct tape it using the Vive thing for short notice. I just rather not, you know, because this is gonna be annoying to try to deal with. So I'd rather have like a high-end thing like the one that you showed. Like what's can you like paste me in Discord what oh you actually sent the link before, but you sent the link in Twitch and it's like, oh no, I've got it, never mind. I've got the Amazon link open. Yeah, cool. And I could as well, like if the camera store is open, I can get some lights and stuff and then we can experiment with those tomorrow night. Could get a boom arm that holds it closer or something that clamps onto the desk. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the problem is right now, I've got like this giant tripod and like it's just a tripod that goes all the way down to the floor. So I can't move it like over the desk. So I do have a boom like arm, like I have this thing that I use for the mic. Can we see that? I assume, yeah. So like I almost could mount the camera on this, except I don't. I actually do. I have enough things to mount the camera on this boom arm. Do we want to try that? Like the audio is probably going to freak out if I try to unscrew the microphone right now, but like, I need to see part of the other side of my face. Yeah, I mean, it's too far to the side right now. I agree. It's part of this is the monitors are in weird positions. Like normally this monitor is here. It's not as far to the side, right? But that's still too extreme, right? I would rather have the camera over there somewhere. You're seeing 2 dead pixels. Oh, on the camera? Oh no. How did that happen already, guys? Did that happen just now when I took the lens off? Did I hose my camera by like leaving the lens off too long? Guys, I might have ruined my camera right there. Am I never supposed to take the lens off? Like, what can I do? I only had the lens off for like 20 seconds. There's a glass cover over the sensor. Okay. I can clean the sensor with 99% isopropyl alcohol. Let me just knock it. Nope, pixel's not moving. There's one down here, one up there. Pixel refresh, you have to go through the settings menu. Where is it? Does anyone know where I would find this in the settings menu? There's no way those are dust particles on the lens. Oh my God, there's a bunch of them. There's like 3. See where my chair is? There's like 3 of them that are red, and then there's a white one. There's like 2 on the webcam, right? There's one on the bottom right, and there's one like upper left of that. There's one, I don't know. They're all over, guys. RIP camera. Just turn it off and on again. Well, how do I do pixel refresh though? Let me see if I could. Let me see. I'm going to web search for this. Hot pixel, stuck pixel, dead pix. Pixel remapping, which is visible in live view mode. Open the date setting menu and select a future date. What? Oh my God. Why is this all just so terrible? Okay, we're gonna watch a YouTube video of someone trying to explain this because hell if I know what is going on. All right. Why is OBS so bad at its job? Don't understand. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Hey guys, I'm bringing you a brand new video on something that's kind of important, ISO 3200. There's actually a white pixel, and then for some reason a white pixel decided to show itself. And 5 or 6 years ago, we mapped the sensor on the T3i. Alright, so in order to remove this hot or stuck pixel in the A6300, we gotta turn the camera on, go to menu, go up to this briefcase, and then to section 5, and down to date and time setup, and then date and time, and then we'll just change this to some ridiculous date, and hit enter, and then turn the camera off.
This is what the web page said. How does this make any sense? How does this make any sense? Okay, well, I guess my camera feed died when I did that. So now let's, oh wait, no, I just had the other window over it. Okay. I mean, let's see if there's dead pixels, I guess. I don't see them anymore. Oh wait, this is the wrong, no, this is the right camera. Wait, it's totally reset. It's like super blurry now and garbage. Wait, now it's autofocusing. I don't see dead pixels anymore. This is the year 2020. This is how we solve problems in the year 2020, is you turn the date on your camera forward and then turn it off and then backward. Oh man. Okay, the autofocus settings seem to have been changed. It's like defocusing really easily, which is not good. But reset the date to what it was. I did. So the web page said after you turn it to the future and then turn the thing off, then turn it back on and set the date back to normal, which is what I just did. And the dead pixels are gone. So great. Yeah, it says it's in continuous autofocus, but it takes it some time. Maybe if I'm just to the side like this, it doesn't do that good of a job, but that'll get better because I don't want to be to the side like that in regular. Let me put this over here so that I'm looking more in your people's direction. Yeah, I definitely just need to be able to mount the camera better. That's really the only problem that I have now. It's dark now. Yeah, I mean that's actually not bad. It's dark compared to how it was. Like let's bring back, let's side by side this with the webcam again, right? So here's us. Let's get rid of these YouTube ads. Bright background. All right, here's us, and here is the web. I guess it is brighter overall. Yeah, let me adjust the exposure again. Like that's pretty good. That's pretty easy to do. And it looks much better than the webcam, you know? It's just more alive. $10x zoom, no. Do I actually want to replace the microphone? Casey sent me a microphone that's approximately as good as this one, but he thought I might want to try that one out. And that one, you know, probably won't freak out if I bump the cable. Although I don't know if the problem with this one is cable or... that's a thing we could do, is try swapping to a different cable if I have a spare one and see if it helps. All right. Get a shotgun mic for the camera. Maybe, but I feel like the audio quality is just going to be better from an up-close camera or up-close mic no matter what. Copy Joe Rogan and get the Shure mic. I mean, this mic is a good mic. I don't have a problem with this mic. I don't know why people are talking about the mic all of a sudden. Is light blown out when I open a white window on the second monitor? Which monitor are you counting as the second? Let's try both of them. Let's try this one. What does that look like? Let me put. I mean, it's not like saturating, right? And then if I put that over here, then what? That's a little more intense. That is saturating a little bit. But like, if we actually did this under recording conditions, we would turn down the exposure, I think. Yeah. So my worry about this mic is that the problem is in the connector, the socket internally to the microphone. But we could test that theory. Let me see if I have a cable. The problem is it's like one of those mini USB cables that's really annoying because it's not micro USB like gamepads use. So it's like I have to go find the frickin' connector. Well, people, I found like 4 frickin' micro USBs and 0 mini USBs. So I'm going to have to check the office tomorrow or use the mic that Casey sent or something like that. Because it's the year 2020 and I don't know how to plug in a microphone. Yeah, see that autofocus, it's like blurry right now. And then it gets itself figured out. So maybe I'm going to want to do fixed focus. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, no, the camera, we know the camera's off center. Like the angle is weird. That's what we're going to work on tomorrow. We've at least, so the point for today was to get it working okay as like a proof of concept and like, does it look good? And it does look good. Is it higher res? Yes. I mean, we could theoretically stream it higher than 1080p because the camera will input 4K or the USB thing will input 4K, but maybe for streaming, we don't care. I don't know. So does anyone have, if I go to the camera store, what lens do I want to buy for this scenario? People who actually know things about cameras. Prime, low light, wider angle. I don't know. I don't know what any of that means. Prime, like from Amazon Prime? Prime means it doesn't zoom. Lower the F number. And what did we say this one was? This one says 3.5 to 5.6. So we want like less than 3? Is that what we want? F1.7. It's relatively common. Lower F is shallower depth of field. Yeah, I'm fine with that. What's wrong with this one? Well, I mean, this is definitely, I feel like this lens is better for like long distance scenes and outdoors. I don't mean scenes far away from the camera, but like for shooting things that are further away than like 4 feet, which is how far I am, you know? I don't know, but it's pretty good. It's even already better than the old Thinger. And I probably should get some lights, right? Just so I can control stuff. But yeah, it's amazing. Like as I do this, my webcam version is all blurred, and this one, I just see my hand super smooth. I don't know how that's coming out on the stream, but like, it's like I'm a moving jellyfish. Wow, wow, wow. I need to hook up multicolor lights. I need some of those like triangle hexagon lights that all the pro streamers have. The lights I have should be fine. I actually don't, this room is kind of dim. I don't have the ability to do a lot more light than what I have. Probably SEL20F18G. I have no idea what that string of letters and numbers means, but I could look it up. Cell 20F18G. $900. It's probably about how much is the one that I already bought. I mean, it's worth spending money on though, you know, like because I do stream a fair bit. And we've had enough people subscribe for long enough that it would pay for another $1,000 lens. That's just a thing. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the camera store tomorrow because I have this stream on Thursday that I'm doing that I tweeted about. And I want to get it set up for that. And if I order something off Amazon or whatever, it's going to take longer than that to get delivered. So I wanted to see what I can get locally. Yeah. Write it off as a business expense. I mean, I kind of pay for everything, whether it's a business expense or not, although I don't get taxed on it if it's a business expense. So I guess that's good. What is the model of the fancy camera? It's the Alpha 7 III in Roman. It's got 3 different numbering schemes in one name. It's a Roman numeral 3 and a 7 and an alpha. Yeah, and if the camera shop isn't good, I can go to Best Buy because there's a Best Buy near here. Like, certainly I would expect the camera store to be better than Best Buy. They might not be open. All the employees might be dead from coronavirus. I don't know. How was Vegas? Vegas was cool. I dug it. Where did I stay in Vegas? I got an Airbnb sort of out, kind of on the west side. Wouldn't Vegas be shut down? No, they're more open than California, which is why I went there. Because Vegas loves American freedom. Yippee-ki-yay. All the big main tourist hotels and stuff are shut down until I think next week. But a lot of the town is open. You notice my picture in downtown Summerlin? Yeah, that's where that was. It was at, it wasn't California Pizza Kitchen. It was like, what is this place? Players Club is what it was called. It's like, it's actually kind of a good restaurant, unlike California Pizza Kitchen. Are Vegas hotels open? Not really, but they will open soon. I think 1 or 2 of them are open. I think like the MGM Grand is open or something like that. Do I gamble? Not really. There's nothing open in California. Grocery stores are open. Restaurants are open, but not for seating. Like you can order for pickup. Many restaurants are open, not all of them. You got an email from the Wynn announcing they're opening soon. Okay. Camera stores are open? Well, I hope so. The question for me is, are the gun stores open yet, man? That's what I want to know. What is this new camera? It looks weird. Well, you know, the angle is weird. For sure. But we can fix that by mounting it better. Target range stream. The thing is, I suck too much at shooting to do a stream yet, so we're gonna have to practice before we do that. Going to play some more Metamorphosis soon. I played some off stream and got further. I forget what level I'm on now. Not that far. Like I think I'm still not halfway through, so we could do it sometime. Long guns or just pistols? Both, preferably. Paintballing. Paintballing. Bro. I haven't gone paintballing since college. I don't know if paintball guns are better than they used to be, but like they didn't shoot very well, and like they would halfway break in your barrel and stuff half the time. It was not good. What type of shooting do I do? I'm just getting into it. Like I have not shot that much. I've done some AR stuff. I've done a small amount of pistol stuff. Just not, you know, still very beginner. They still jam constantly. Yeah. If you take care, yeah. If I owned my own paintball gun and took care of it, it probably would work better. But like, I'm not that into paintball, given that I haven't gone since the 1990s. Shooting guns doesn't look fun. I wouldn't exactly describe it as fun, but it's difficult. It's like way more difficult than you think to do well. And things that have a heavy like skill dimension are really interesting to me, right? So there's that part of it. Also, though, you can do more sophisticated things that make it fun, right? So one of the classes I took was like running back and forth and like shooting stuff in different places and like going prone and taking some shots and then kneeling and taking some shots. And like when you mix it up like that, it gets kind of interesting. You know, let me turn this a little bit. Do they teach you to dual wield? Dude, I need to single wield better before I could dual wield. Archery is where it's at. Yeah, I you know, it might be fun to practice archery sometime. I can't do too many hobbies at once. Like I like to do at least some hobbies for long enough that I get at least a little bit good at them, and then I could look at something else. Have I shot clay pigeons yet? No. I'm pretty sure I would miss most of the time. Although I don't know. I mean, maybe not. You hit 17 out of 20? Wow. Good job, dude. Shotguns have an insane spread at that range. Yeah. Just not hard. Okay. What if you go skeet shooting with slugs? Does it get a lot harder? like when they do biathlon in the Olympics or whatever. No, that's against stationary targets. Isn't there like a skeet shooting event in the Olympics? I remember there was one in like Summer Games, the Electronic Arts Olympic simulator from the 80s. 50 cal skeet shooting, yeah. What about the Winter Olympics one where they ski and then stop to shoot? Yeah, that's biathlon. What's my favorite CS computery stuff book? I don't know. Like this week, I had been reading this book, Hacker's Delight, which is really good. So if you want to read a good book about things, that's good. It's like an algorithms book for bit manipulation on integers mostly. Am I still seriously considering moving out of California? Yeah, I am. I mean, taxes here are really high. There's not really anywhere nice to live that isn't insanely expensive. Like, dude, for the price of what I would have to pay in San Francisco to get a tiny 1-bedroom in a kind of a crappy neighborhood, because all like downtown interesting neighborhoods in San Francisco are crappy. For that price, I could get a massive, massive mansion in Las Vegas that's beautiful and huge. And I would just have to leave for 3 months of a year when it's too hot. But like many places in America, you can live much better than you can in California. And like, is it worth it? I don't know. I mean, I was born in California, so I feel more at home in this state than anywhere else. But honestly, I don't feel that at home in the Bay Area anymore because of all the just crazy, excessive, weirdo politics that are happening. So, you know, maybe like go back to San Diego where I grew up or something, but, you know, might as well go somewhere else. California weather is nice. It is nice. That's true. Seattle, I tried for a year and I didn't like it. And yeah, it has a lot of the same problems as San Francisco. It's just really ugly. Like, it's just all these major West Coast cities. So the thing is, I've lived here long enough and I'm old enough, right? Sometimes your superpower is being old. I'm old enough that I remember when San Francisco was pretty nice. Like there always were a few bad neighborhoods. Like the Tenderloin was never good in San Francisco, but like parts of it used to be nice. You know, like I was telling someone this story in 2004. I went to Paris with a friend of mine. And I was walking around Paris and I was like, oh man, this city's pretty cool, but there's like a lot of dog poop around here, right? Now, for me to notice that, it had to be the case that you didn't see poop when you walked around San Francisco all the time, which you do now, right? So like, even though it's been a boiling the frog kind of situation, back then it was a nice place. And now it's not. And what's the difference? I mean, it's the way the city is run ultimately, you know? The real estate in Denver is out of control. I doubt it's out of control compared to San Francisco. Like, yeah, I think a lot of people in San Francisco right now don't understand that it actually used to actually be nice, right? The difference has been noticeable just in the last 6 years. Yeah. I mean, I really started noticing it probably around 2015 to 2016. I suddenly started looking around and saying, wait, what's going on? This is a nasty place now. How did it get this way? You know? Would I relocate the company? I don't know. I wouldn't force people to move, but like, would we start primarily hiring people locally in a new location? I'm not sure. Move to Las Vegas? Yeah, I don't know if I want to live in Las Vegas for real. It was a fun place to visit though. Yeah, where do you go? I honestly don't know. I mean, thought of Texas. I lived in Austin for like a year and a half and I just didn't totally like it for various reasons. That said, in Texas, they'll let you have more than 10 rounds in your AR, so, there's benefits. And no taxes, no state income taxes. Like I've just been thinking about, so the problem I have right this second is that my Windows laptop died while I was in Las Vegas. And I couldn't just go to Best Buy and get a new, or Fry's and get a new one because they were sold out because the supply chain of laptops from China is screwed. So I ordered a new laptop off Amazon, and when that gets here, I might just go somewhere else in the US to check it out, and just see what it's like there. Like I might go to Colorado Springs. I might go to, let me see. Let's see some of the places I was thinking about. Let's turn off our, look at that camera just looks good, man. I mean, we're going to have to, the exposure is a little high right now, but So like, yeah, I've thought about, so first of all, I've thought about Reno. Like if I don't care necessarily how nice the place is, and I want to be able to drive back to San Francisco, but live in a state with no state income taxes and all that. There's like this enclave up here in Northwest Reno where like a bunch of ex-Californians live, I think. And like there's just a bunch of, there's like a bunch of really nice houses up here and stuff. So I could get one of those. I could get a really nice house up here for like not that expensive compared to San Francisco, right? So that's an option. That's like the don't move that far option. I was thinking about maybe Colorado Springs. Where's Colorado Springs? Colorado. I don't know my geography here. There we go. I was thinking about that. Where I thought it was like down here, right? Isn't it down here somewhere? Where's frickin' Colorado Springs? Behind my face. Well, it's not my face on my screen. Up and right. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I was thinking about that maybe, or maybe the outskirts of Denver could be cool. Maybe Omaha or somewhere. Maybe like Oklahoma City or Tulsa or somewhere. Maybe like maybe Kansas City. Although Missouri is having all this weird coronavirus lockdown political issues, so maybe that's not a good idea right now. Maybe like Wichita, Kansas. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I've spent a few years just going to all these countries around the world, and the US has a lot of really interesting, cool places in it, Here, let me turn my exposure down a little bit. Like the US just has a lot of stuff, and I haven't seen, a great deal of it. So, yeah. Could go to North Carolina. Yeah, maybe. I don't know anything about North Carolina. Montreal has a lot of game programmers. Last time I was in Montreal, it was so bitterly cold, you did not want any exposed skin. That is not my idea of a good place to live. And I know it has a lot of game programmers, but like honestly, I don't hang out with game programmers very much. State government isn't great in North Carolina. Yeah. Check out MIT. I've been to MIT several times. How am I for winters? I don't think I really want to live in snow. Like, I don't mind visiting snow, but I don't want to live in snow. In terms of AR rounds, Canada will take you from 10 down to 0. Yeah. Well, that's a reason not to go to Canada. Isn't Colorado snow? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Is Carmack still in Dallas? As far as I know, yes. But I don't know for sure. Somewhere in Oregon. I mean, I've been to Oregon. I like to visit Oregon, but it doesn't feel like my kind of place that much. Come to Portugal? Yeah, Europe? No, I can't do Europe. Talk about being limited to 0 AR rounds. Have I ever been to Ohio? I feel like I might have been to Ohio once for some reason. But I don't. Oh, yeah, I went to Cincinnati to visit a friend, actually go to a friend's wedding. That's the only time I've been to Ohio. If everybody is limited to 0, it's kind of nice. Not really. Have I ever been to Argentina? Yes. I was in Buenos Aires a while ago now, some years ago. I want to say it was like 2011 or 2012. Why back to using Firefox? Because Chrome just got really slow and ugly. I just can't take how slow it is anymore. Like, I've kind of wanted to visit Chicago. I don't think I want to live in Chicago. Oh, I was thinking about like Madison, Wisconsin. Like, doesn't this just look nice? Like, you could just live like out, I don't know, here or here. And you're like near these cool lakes. And it's still like a city, but it's not that big. Like, the map just looks nice. I don't know how it actually is. But there is snow. Well, maybe I leave for 3 months a year. How far north are we? Yeah, we're pretty far north there, aren't we? Not that far, though. Like, it's so weird. I guess the water makes it more cold or something. Like, I don't know. Move to Milwaukee, hang out with Red Letter Media. Yeah. I feel like Madison would be more my speed right now than Milwaukee, but I've never been to either place, so I don't know. What about like if I just go south in Wisconsin a little bit to get more warm? I don't think it would matter very much. Illinois, I could go to Illinois. I don't know, man. Bloomington, Indiana. Could be very Kurt Vonnegut. Didn't Kurt Vonnegut have a lot of Bloomington, Indiana stuff? The plus of Chicago is you get real pizza. That is true. That is something you don't get in New York, for example. Do I want to hear the song of my peoples about where to live? I don't know. That sounds scary. It's so weird because when it comes to like this part of the country, I either feel like it's going to be freezing or way too hot. Like there's not really an in between, which is really strange. You know what I mean? Like I've lived in Texas. Texas gets pretty damn hot. Arkansas, I've not really been to, but I'm sure it gets pretty damn hot. Tennessee gets hot. Maybe like Springfield, Missouri is the temperature crossover point. My camera's losing focus sometimes. Yeah, we're gonna have to edit the autofocus or set it manually or something, but we'll do that tomorrow when we get a new lens and play around with it. Check out Lake of the Ozarks. Yeah, I can go to that cool place where everybody's giving themselves diseases. Where are the frickin' Ozarks? I don't even know where that is, and I live in this country. I need to adjust focus points. Have I been to Moscow? Yes, I was there last year. Okay, I set it to autofocus on flexible spot. So we'll see if it tracks me better. You hear nice. The Ozarks are southeast of Kansas City. All right. So, oh really? Okay, there we go. I thought it was like over here somewhere. That's how well I know frickin' American geography. Sorry. That is kind of a crazy looking snake lake there. Village of Four Seasons. There's a dog park. There's a swimming pool. Have I been to Croatia? Yes, I have. A couple years ago. Go to 3D view. How do we do like Google Earth view? Bottom left. That's not 3D though. That's just flat satellite image. But so it looks like everybody has boats. It looks like if I want to go to the Call of Duty Boat Club, this is basically where it is. Remember when we used to go to the boat club? Like, dude, literally everybody has a boat dock. I assume that's what these are, right? These aren't like floating houses. These are boat docks. Why not Miami? I don't know. Because it's Florida, right? Look how big these houses are. Or I guess those are like vacation developments or apartment built. I don't know what they are. They're not like individual houses. Why do I want a big house? I actually don't want that big of a house. I want somewhere bigger than my current place. Like, honestly, though, like 1800 square feet is enough for me. I could go to Cuba and have wonderful communism. Have I been to the western part of Washington, west of Seattle? You know, we sort of went over there one time and it didn't seem that good to me, but maybe we didn't go to a good part. It was like where Casey's post wedding roller skating party was. Like, or I don't know, like way over here. No, I haven't been to this stuff. I've been, okay. So, I've been to Seattle proper. I've been to Bellevue. Casey's thing was like in West Seattle, I guess. I guess that's not what you mean though. But like West Seattle didn't seem that nice. Um, I've been around Bellevue. I've been around, where's Medina? Medina. I've been around, Kirkland. And then I sort of drove up to frickin' Port Townsend one time. And I took the ferry to, where are we at? Orcas Island up here. So I took the ferry there from Seattle. And that was fun. But that's sort of the extent. And then, of course, I've driven from Seattle to Spokane and back. Where's frickin' Spokane? There we go. So I've driven from here to there and back. And that's what I've seen of Washington State. Do I dislike Utah? I have only been to Park City, Utah, which I don't think is representative of Utah, probably. I'm glad you liked the game. We work hard on these things. Bellevue is super boring. Yeah, it's a little bit less boring than it used to be. But basically, Bellevue is fine if you want to like go to a mall. Otherwise, what are you going to do there, right? You were in Gabe Newell's office in Bellevue. I never went to Gabe's office. I've been to Valve a couple times before they moved, I guess. I got to see the VR stuff before it was announced, a couple years before it was announced. So that was fun. So I don't know. There's all these places. Nebraska could be good, maybe, somewhere. Might not be good. I've been to Omaha before. I don't know. feel like a strategy is to take a vacation to some of these places to get the vibe. Yep, and that's what I was just saying was as soon as my new laptop gets here, which should be like a week because it takes forever to get things shipped right now, and then I install stuff on it, I'm going to go somewhere. I might actually start by like chilling in like wine country up here because it's really close. Like I'm here, right? And there's this stuff that everybody likes to go to that I've never been to because I don't like wine, but like there's these nice kind of towns up through here that it might be good to just like stay somewhere and chill. What laptop did I buy? Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything good still, so I bought another ThinkPad X1 Extreme, but this one's a Gen 2, and I'm going to hope they fix some of the crappy stuff about the Gen 1. What's wrong with Atlanta? A lot of things. I mean, the weather sometimes. A lot of overweight people in Atlanta. Sorry, but it's true. But that's also true in Omaha, honestly. Or sorry, maybe not Omaha so much, but Cincinnati. Cincinnati had a lot of overweight people. Oh, man. Look at all this stuff that we're not really using. I could go to New Mexico. It's a desert? No, it's mountains, dude. Well, okay, this part's desert. But like up here, look at all these. Look at all this green-ish. Look at all that. Look at this. Trees, man. Or scrub bushes or something. There are indeed big deserty parts, it's true. Those are cactuses. Could go to Manhattan. I've been in Manhattan and I didn't like it. I mean, I like visiting it, but I don't really want to live there again. Have I considered Florida? Not really. I mean, Florida, like Miami's probably really hot. Orlando, I don't know. I don't know anything about Florida. Like, I literally have no picture in my head, despite the fact that I've lived in the USA my whole life. I've never been to Florida. I have no picture in my head of Florida except old people retiring and spring break or whatever. Florida man, okay. Have I been to many southern states? Let's see. I have been to, depends on what you count. I've been to Virginia, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, Wait, have I been to Oklahoma? Maybe not. No, I have been to Oklahoma. I probably haven't been to Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, or the Carolinas, or West Virginia. That might be wrong. Like I did a lot of traveling for consulting a while back, and I might have been in and out to one of those places, but not long enough to remember it. Huntsville, Alabama is apparently growing as a tech town. Yeah, I don't know if I want a tech town though, man. I mean, I'm kind of tired of the tech part of the Bay Area. Knoxville, do it? Why? Should I become a musician? Is that what you're suggesting? Have I been in New Zealand? I have not. Port Orchard, Washington. Where even is that? Port Orchard, Washington. Let's see where we are. Okay. So it's like, not as dense as this stuff up here. Yeah, this whole area I really know nothing about. I was really mostly over here and then a little bit up north. And of course, I've driven also from Seattle to Portland. So I drove like down along here, but not really stopping. Actually, there was a meditation retreat in, where frickin' was that? I don't remember. It was like south of Seattle a ways and then east. I feel like it must have been, I mean, it was still well inside Washington, but in fact, it wasn't that far east. I don't remember where it was. But like I want to say like somewhere around here. I went to a meditation retreat. I don't know. Was it over the mountains? I don't think so. Glad you like the games. Thanks for the good comments. Upstate New York? I don't know. I've been to Troy, New York once. That was a really long time ago. It's probably really different now. And then I've been to like the IBM headquarters that's slightly like, all right, what are we looking at here? So if you're like in Manhattan and then you drive like up this way, where is it? Like there's an IBM headquarters like up freaking here somewhere. I've been to there a few times. It's in Thornwood. Okay. Yeah, so I've been like around there, but really that was just to go to IBM. That was when I was living in New York. look at all this stuff up here. Like most of the state of New York, nobody cares about. Like everybody cares about this little part right here. And maybe some of this, you know. Could live in Delaware. Make my company a Delaware corporation. Hard Scrabble, Delaware. That's where I'm moving. I can go live in Whitesville, Delaware. Assateague Island. I'll go live on Assateague Island. Wow, look at that island, dude. That's crazy. NASA Wallops Flight Facility. Why does everything here have a messed up name? Like literally every single thing. I mean, come on, man. Modest Town. Where was Modest Town? I missed it. Oh, there we go. That is a modest town, right? I mean, it's truth in advertising. You have to like give them props for that. That's like, you know, about what you think. Like, yeah, it's a modest town. What is the population? Or are we still in Delaware? 149 in 2010. So it could be much bigger now. Nice Air and Space Museum. Oh. There's more people in this stream than who live in Modest Town, Delaware. That is crazy. Crazy but true. Like, there's just so many places in the US. I'll never see them all. But that's a good reason to go visit some more of them. You know? You know? I can go live in Texarkana. Can't decide which state I want to be in. Like, the state line is in the middle of the street. It's like you do a U-turn, you're in a different state. It's like the city in the city right here, except different. Have I considered living in a van? I have not considered living in a van, and I am still not considering living in a van. It's kind of weird how the streets look slanted. I wonder if that's because they were actually plotted differently, or if this is just Google Maps is warping, like differs by state, and there's a delta here. Like, I understand the street's not going straight through and all that. Like, that makes sense, but like, they're not even at the same angle, which is weird. But that could be map warping. Could live in a yacht and migrate between boat clubs. Yes. I mean, this doesn't look too bad, right? Look at all these houses with like a... They've just got a big common backyard with some street lamps and some trees. Like, that's pretty great. It's all fenced from the outside, but, you know, what do you expect? Ever been in New Orleans? Yeah, I've been there like 3 times. Why does America hate roundabouts? Dude, I hate roundabouts. They're terrible. You think those are the projects? Maybe. I mean, it's not very big projects. Oh, this is definitely not set up the same way. Can I zoom in on your old house? Okay, there you go. Like, this is definitely map warping right here, even. I think. Or it's just like fitting to the image with some slop. I don't know. Roundabouts are efficient at preventing traffic. Dude, one of the few roundabouts in San Francisco is like a block away from me, and there is always a freaking traffic jam at that thing. Like, it is the first place that traffic piles up. Aren't the San Francisco roundabouts built wrong? I don't know. What? Isn't it just streets that meet up in a circle? Like, just add roundabouts to the driver's license test. Dude, people in California cannot even get right who goes first when one car is going straight, or wait, the other way around. One car is going straight and then the other car wants to turn right and they're opposite each other. Like, people can't even do that right. So forget anything more complicated than that. Wait. Sorry, left turn. Right. I was someone's going and then someone else wants to turn left. Like, people can't do that. So that drives me frickin' nuts. What city are we looking at? Well, right now this is Texarkana, but we might be done. It might be bedtime for me soon. Do I want to keep a car? Probably. I didn't look at Hawaii yet. I've been to Hawaii a few times. Camera's been better, but not perfect. Well, if you're going to just pick on everything, then what can I do? What can I do? Yeah, we got to fix the angle. The angle's too high. And then we'll see. Whoa. Well, thank you everybody for coming to the camera test stream. It has been a successful camera test, and we'll probably do another one tomorrow. What's usually at my bedtime? You know, like between 11:30 and 12:30. Alaska, I've never been to, and I sort of feel like I should go there sometime. I don't know if I would want to live there, but like, you know, going there could be good action. SpaceX tomorrow. Yeah, what time is that? What time is the launch? May 27 at 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay. I will be awake for sure. If it happens. Like, the weather was looking kind of bad. Yeah, I feel like what I've heard about Alaska is a lot of people are depressed up there, which might just be, you know, seasonal affective disorder. But like, doesn't Alaska have a pretty high suicide rate? Or something? And also, isn't the gender ratio in Alaska just whack? Let me see. Isn't it all dudes? Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. There's like 10% extra dudes, which is a lot. That's like a lot. The dudes are in trucks. Yeah, maybe. Poor social services as there's almost no taxes. Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, it's weird, like, places like Seattle or whatever don't have state taxes and seem to do okay with other sources of revenue. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know why Alaska doesn't get it together, but it is what it is. Do you get your oil UBI if you move there? I think you do. There's 10% more dudes in Alaska. Where are the 10% women? Dude, last time I was in Hong Kong, there were a lot of extra women in Hong Kong. Like, I doubt that's where the Alaska women went, but I'm just saying, like, Hong Kong was the first place where I just walked around and I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I was like, there's so many women here. And the theory that I came up with, which may or may not be actually true, but the theory that I came up with is that, when they had all the one child policy in China, that some people evacuated their firstborn daughters out of the country, and Hong Kong is a place where they went. I don't think that fully explains it, but it was off the hook there, man. So I'm saying they need to move to Alaska. Exactly. What is the general gender ratio in the U.S.? See, the women have the guys outnumbered in the U.S., broadly speaking. Not in Alaska, though. Bay Area is dude heavy. That is true. In Hong Kong, according to Google, it's 1,000 females for every 852 males. Yeah, that is a very noticeable difference when you're walking around. What is the gender ratio in the San Francisco Bay Area? I don't want a complicated thing that I have to figure out. Wait, what? These seem to conflict with each. What? Oh, 0.68%. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. California has about 50 million people, I think. I tell you, most of these women are not in the Bay Area. You bet there are more women in LA. That could be. Yeah, the Bay Area is very dude heavy. $40 million, not 50 million. 40 million. 149. All right, thank you everybody for coming by. I'm going to go to bed. We'll do some more camera experiments tomorrow. We'll get it at a more reasonable angle, which will be good, so you're not like staring down at my cleavage. And yeah, and we'll see if we can mess with the focus a little more. And so far, though, I like it. Like, I mean, it's weird right now because of the angle, but it's a good camera. So yeah, we'll get another lens. We'll see how it goes. See you guys later.